I'm talking to Justin Killebrew with Woodpeckers, and he's going to take us through some of the new product and some of the existing woodpecker stuff that's already been in the marketplace for a while. So, Justin, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
No problem. No problem.
And, first, let's have a look at this drilling device you've got here. What's the application for that?
The application for this is for cross dowels, for the drilling of the holes to make sure that they all stay lined up. You want your cross dowel perfectly centered with your connector bolt.
So we're in a ready to assemble hardware category is what we're talking about here.
That's exactly right. Yep. So it's just a very, very simple way to do it. It's just a chunk of metal. We CNC'd it out, popped a couple holes where they exactly should be, so it takes all the guesswork out of keeping everything perfectly in line.
So once we've got this secured to a piece, the one hole is going to come this way for the bolt, second hole this way for the dowel. Whoa! There's the drop test. How'd I do?
That's right. It's great, and it's very durable. It's extremely durable. That's right.
And most of your products are anodized aluminum, right?
Just about every single one. That's right.
All right. Now this one looks like a great little problem solver. And what do we got here?
This is called the bit vise. And what you do is it's a big hunk of aluminum and a couple pieces of stainless steel that act as a jaw to keep your cutter still. It's a whole lot easier to try to switch out bearings and put your nuts and screws and all that little stuff right here in this tray and keep it all screwed down to your bench instead of trying to fiddle with it on your router table or in the router, even worse. And you risk damaging the cutter or your fingers. So it's far, far easier, far safer just to do it right here in the bit vise.
Well, it's a great point here because one of the things I've seen happen is that woodworkers will work on this in the router and they put a collet wrench on there. And what they don't know is they're actually loosening the collet at the same time as they're loosening the nut up on here, and they find that out when the bit comes loose under power, which is generally a bad thing.
Not a pretty picture. That's right.
Very nice. And it's, man, is that substantial? That is very heavy.
Yeah, that's now, about 5-6 pounds just on its own.
If this had a second hole in here, it would be a 2-bit vise.
That's right. Exactly.
All right, now this is not just. Now, in addition to these products, you've got a whole new concept on a featherboard here. So walk us through what you got cooking with the new featherboard.
Okay, the big idea on this is it's a totally new twist on a featherboard. In order to adjust the tension on your feathers, on every other featherboard out there, you're having to lift and lower the entire featherboard up and down.
And set it just right to our stock, or try to set it just right.
And try to do it right, exactly. Where this, you rest it on your board, tighten it up, and that's the last time you ever have to move the entire featherboard. Instead, we use this plate, drive it up and down, and it puts more or less pressure on the feathers themselves, so it doesn't make them so flexible when it's all the way down in that position. When you slide it up, it takes all the pressure off.
So it's like a micro adjust for a featherboard.
Exactly.
Well, that's pretty cool. Now, from here, what we're going to do, move just a little bit, and there's a whole table full of precision layout tools that are really cool and very precise. We'll have a look at those next. Do you know on like the square what the level of tolerance is? It's
well,
plus or minus? Okay.
Well,
over the
inside and out.
At this table, Justin, it looks like it's hip to be square over here. You got every layout tool that we could possibly have. So give us kind of a lowdown of what the products are and what they're all about.
Sure. This is actually a really cool program that we've got going on with Woodpeckers. We get ideas from customers and sometimes within our own company of tools that would be awesome if we could make them, but impossible to stock. So we let customers pre-order these tools, and we only make enough to fill the orders. So we end up with some really, really cool tools like this one here. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that.
That's all right. That's all right. Let's we'll show this to Dave. So this is a saddle square.
Yep, and it's got both inch and metric spacing on here. You've got a million little bitty holes in there. You just pop your pencil in and you're able to slide it down your sheet either direction. You've got metric on each bevel, or on this bevel, and then the imperial markings on the other bevel here. All of these measuring and layout tools that we have, this perpendicularity of them and the angle accuracy, well within 1,000th of an inch. They're all CNC machined out of one chunk of aluminum.
So this started life as one big piece. There's no welds in there. And the concept is I'm putting a, I can't remember the lead size, 0.7 millimeter into the hole and scratch a line with that.
You got it.
All right, so that's one.
Yep.
And then we've got various tools Same concept, different size.
That's right.
Almost dropped that one like I did the other one. How about now, this radius jig? That's pretty cool. What you got cooking there?
Let me get a board. In order to put a real nice corner on here, a radius, all you do on this one, you don't have to nail it, you don't have to double side tape it. Oh, like that. Oh God. Like that? Okay. You can hold it with your finger and do your corner.
And do
like
a flush trim.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
And
That
these
is really
go
cool.
well beyond the radius, so it ends up nice and smooth, no transitions visible.
Because the way it's captured on the wood lends itself to the lateral pressure that's going to come from the flush trim anyway.
You got it. You
That's
got
very
it. And there's 6 different ones of these, so it'll have a total of 12 different radius options. It's really slick.
That's nice. And standard dovetail layout tools.
Absolutely. And these are, a lot different than any of the other ones you can find, again, because it's not just an extrusion. It's not just hacked up a million at a time. They're all CNC machined to exactly what they need to be.
So this is a cool program now. If somebody's ordering out of this, realistically, how long are they going to wait to get their tool in hand?
Longer than anybody wants. It's usually about 2 months. It takes a long time.
But they're going to get exactly what they want because it's custom made.
Exactly. It's all one-time shot.
Okay, that's very cool. So again, Justin here from Woodpeckers, and thanks for the tour of the booth, and thanks for taking the time to talk to us
All
today.
right. Thanks a lot.